So today we're going to be working our lower body. We're going to focus on the breath, focus on connection with the body, and hopefully feel not only stronger, but also a lot more grounded and confident and connected to our body once we're finished. So when you're ready, you can grab a mat and let's begin. So we're going to start warming up at the back of our mat, standing up nice and tall, taking a couple of breaths through the nose just to get settled, get grounded on the mat, spreading all 10 toes down into the mat, feeling the weight of the mat supporting you. Waking up the core muscles. So we're using our diaphragm to breathe in here. We're breathing in low and deep. And then we're connecting with our deep core muscles as we exhale. Expanding through the ribs with each inhale. And as we exhale, we engage the core and the pelvic floor muscles as well. So we pull them up as we exhale. And that brings the full core together. So it's from the diaphragm down through the deep core muscles to the base of the core, which is your pelvic floor muscle. So we always connect that as well. And it's working in unison with your diaphragm. So we want to use the diaphragm and engage the pelvic floor muscle to activate the full core. Okay? So let's do a couple of roll downs here to start mobilizing the body and the spine. So we're going to breathe in, reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, let's lower down from the hips. Drop the arms. You can bend the knees generously, or you can bend one at a time, pedaling out the legs. Just folding here as much as feels good for you today. So maybe you want to just keep the feet and keep the knees bent. Try to straighten them out. You listen to your body. So when you're ready, let's roll back up to standing, vertebra by vertebra. So nice and slowly rolling through the spine. Last thing to come up is the head. We'll do 2 more. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down the body. Tuck the chin. Keep the spine curled. We reach the hands down to the mat. You can nod your head yes and no. Releasing any tension in the upper body. Bend the knees. Let's roll back up again. Rolling through the spine till we're up to the shoulders and the neck, and the head lastly comes up. We'll do 1 more. So inhale, arms reaching up, extra high this time. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll through the spine. Our hands reach the mat, straightening the legs again, or nodding the head one last time. Maybe you just take an extra moment here in this fold to really enjoy the stretch. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk the hands out to a plank. So you can do this with the knees bent or straightened, whatever feels good. Drop the hips so until we're in this plank position. And now we're going to do a little dynamic move. So we are going to go from this plank, then bend the knees and push the hips back as if we're going to go into this child's pose, but we're not dropping the knees. Okay, so back to our plank, engaging the core. And then push the hips back without touching the knees down. Of course, you can touch the knees down as well if that feels better for you today. Let's keep going here. We're going to do 5. Reach back into our plank, keeping the belly button pulled up so you're engaging the core as you move through. Good. Back again. And you're doing this nice and slowly, which of course is more challenging, but it allows you to really connect to the movement, to the body, feeling every bit of movement and every muscle work so you get the most out of it. All right, now you can drop the knees and you can sink back into your full child's pose now. Have a lovely stretch here. And now we're going to go to a cobra. So from our child's pose, we push the hips back up again and then drop them. You can either stay here or you can lift the knees as well for a deeper stretch. Drop the knees, push the hips back into your child's pose. This is a lovely way of waking up the body, doing these dynamic stretches, full body stretches, lifting the knees or keeping the knees down if that again feels like a better move for you today. We always feel different on every given day, so be kind to yourself. Listen to your body and move with grace and comfort. Good. Let's do one more like this. And drop the knees back into our child's pose. Now, while we're in this child's pose, you can just give the wrists a bit of love. So let's circle them one way and then maybe the other way. And now we're going to work the back of the body a little bit. So we're going to go down onto our belly. So lowering down. Now you're going to stay on your elbows. You're going to keep the legs active here. So you're going to keep the quadriceps engaged, squeezing them, squeeze the glutes. Your shoulders are relaxed and away from the ears. And we're going to do single leg kicks. So you're going to kick one leg in, pulse it 2 times, swap it over. You exhale as you do this. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Engaging the core still as you move here. This is really nice for stabilizing the pelvis, working on that lower body mobility. And the more you do engage those legs again, the more you're going to get out of this move. Two more times. Last time. Okay, now we'll do a double leg kick. So this is a little bit different. We're going to pulse 3 times now with both legs, okay? And to bring the full body into it, we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, and we're going to start with our head down one side. So then you kick the legs, right? Kick, kick, kick. And then you reach the legs back and open through the chest, full body stretch here. And then lower the head down to the other side. And repeat. Kick, kick, kick. Reach the body as you inhale. Good. And again, kick, kick, kick. Reach, reach, reach. Other side. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Squeezing the glutes. Let's do one more. And release. Okay, we're almost finished here. We're going to finish this sequence with swimming. So this is going to be down on our bellies, but if you prefer to do this on your hands and knees and extend the arms and legs that way, feel free. Otherwise, you want to extend the arms out in front of you and the legs back behind you. And we're going to lift opposite arm to opposite leg and lower. Other arm and leg and lower. So keeping the rest of the body still as you extend that arm and leg. Trying to reach it forward and back as well, elongating the body. And now we're going to pick up the speed if you would like, or keep it nice and steady if that is more comfortable. So when you're ready, we extend, extend. So we're swimming away. Keep it going. Feeling this in the lower back, of course, for 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we'll go back to our child's pose just to release any tension there in the lumbar spine. If you like to sway a little side to side, you can do that. Okay, lovely. Well done. Now, before we finish, we were just going to do a little breathing here, going back on our bellies. Okay. Now, you can put your hands, as I am, just in front of me here, and putting your head down on your arms, or you can put them down by your side or back in front of you like you were for the swimming. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here before we continue. This position is really good for breathing into the rib cage and into the belly. So we're using that diaphragm muscle. We're breathing in a way that supports our overall health. We're encouraging diaphragmatic breathing, strengthening our core, which in turn helps our posture, helps with oxygenating the body, helps keep our nervous system regulated. And as you can imagine, if we're breathing well, then it's going to have a positive knock-on effect with the rest of our health. So whenever you need, you can always just take a little lie down, breathe it into the belly through the nose. Now, before we get too relaxed, we're going to flip over and do a bridge sequence. So on our backs, or supine position, we're going to begin in a regular bridge position. So the feet are going to be open about hip distance apart, keeping a nice bend in the knees, okay? So our arms are down by our side. Let's just begin with 4 regular bridges to, warm up the body and get used to the position. So our back is melted down onto the mat, our lower back. You inhale to prepare. And then as you exhale, let's scoop that tailbone up into the air, pushing the hips up as high as you can so that your weight is up on your shoulders or your upper back. You squeeze those glutes so you have this line through the body. And when you're ready, you take another breath in. And then you exhale, lowering down through the spine again, from the upper body down to the hips, and release. Inhale, exhale, and scoop the tailbone up. Squeezing the glutes up into our bridge. Exhale as we lower down. 2 more. Keeping the core engaged again, as this keeps you stable through the position, through the move. Last one like this. Squeezing up, lower down. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit with our right leg lifted. Okay, so let's go into our bridge first and then we'll lift the leg. So when you're ready, inhale and scooping up into the air. Now grounding the fingers and that left foot as you reach the right one up to the air. And we'll lower down the body and squeeze the glutes back up 4 times. 3, last one. Squeezing the glute up. And now let's flex the foot and lower the leg down. Point the toes, reaching up. Painting the wall here with the foot. Keep that left glute squeezed, keeping you up in your bridge. Keep it going. That's it. 2 more. And now let's finish with pulses. So you keep that leg raised and you pulse it out. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg and lower down. Whew. The spider on my leg as well. I was watching him the whole time I was doing that. He was enjoying the pulses. Okay, we'll do the other leg. So when you're ready, let's lift up into our bridge. Now, grounding the hands and the right foot, we lift the left leg up. And we lower our hips down and reach back up 4 times. One more time. And then we paint the wall. So flex the foot, point the toes, reach it up. Keep the hips up as high as you can. That's it, engaging the core. We have 2 more. And then point the toes and we pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And lower the leg and lower down onto the hips again. Good. You can hug the knees in. to release any tension there in the glutes, the legs that you're working hard, feeling it in the glutes. Now we're just going to do one more bridge set here, but we're going to do it this time with the legs open wide. So wide open stance this time. So I like to put my feet kind of just at the edge of the mat, but it depends on the size of your mat. So just trying to open them rather than having them hip distance, and keep the toes pointed out as well. This really activates those outer glutes. You feel it a lot more here than in the glutes we were doing earlier on. So we are going to do this with our arms reaching as well. So when you're ready, inhale to prepare, and then exhale, you scoop the hips up and the arms as well, up and overhead. And lower everything down. And again. And lower down. And keep going. Now you can go faster than me or slower than me. Sometimes if I have music on, I kind of tend to go to the speed of the song, which could be a help or a hindrance, I suppose. So it's kind of nice to do it without any music and just focus inward, get the most out of it. But it's nice to be jamming away to tunes as well, of course. It just depends on the mood. Okay, let's go 2 more times. Squeezing up and lower down. Last one. Squeeze the glutes up, reaching the arms up and overhead. And lowering down. And now we'll go up into our bridge. Arms are going to reach up towards the ceiling here. And we pulse it out. So 10, 9, 8. Little pulses. 7, 6. Squeezing it up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 1. And release. Good. Okay. You can hug the knees in a little bit here again, if you like. We're going to go on to our side lying series. So let's begin on our left side, on our elbow, but you can do this as well all the way down on your arm if that feels better. We will get there eventually in this set, but if you want to follow along, I'm going to be on my elbows, and so I'm going to be active in my side body, so it's not sinking down like this, especially after you might start focusing on the legs, you forget the upper body and you might just collapse it. So let's keep it active as well. Keep that side active and away from the mat. And the shoulders are going to be relaxed and away from the ears, so you're not trying to glue them together, okay? Now, before we move, check, are you in an alignment from your ankles to your hips to your shoulders somewhat, okay? So that we're not poking our bums out or our shoulders aren't forward or anything like that. Okay, so then when you're ready, engaging the core, let's take a breath in. And then you exhale, reaching the leg up and lower down. So just moving that top leg. And repeat. Lowering down softly and reaching it back up again. Good. Last one. And we'll do some circles. So with the same leg, keep it lifted and you circle it out. You can do small circles or bigger ones. Whatever size they are, you're still just moving that leg. So careful not to be rocking forward and back with the upper body or the hips. Just moving from that right hip Okay, good. Keep it going. And now let's reverse the circle. So we're going to be doing a couple of different moves here in this side lying series, building on top of them. So feeling it over time, the tension maybe building in the glutes or the inner thighs. So just trying to focus on the breath as you move through it. Okay, keeping the legs still now. We're going to point the toes up and then point them down. So you're trying to now rotate the leg down and up. Might feel a bit strange in the beginning. Let's do 3 more. Pointing down and then up. Last one. Good. Okay, now you can go all the way down onto your arm if you haven't already. And we're going to keep that right arm now in front of you, and you can use this as support if you need. So when you lift the legs, you can really push the hand into the mat for support. So we are going to lift the 2 legs together and release. And again. So keep the thighs squeezed together as you lift up and release. Keep it going. That's it. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, now let's bend the knees. So we're going to do a clamshell. So the feet are going to be stuck together and you're going to lift them up. So the knees are pointing down on the mat and the feet are raised. From here, you're going to open the top knee and then close it down. So you keep the feet together and just open the knee. Going nice and steady, not collapsing the leg down, but lowering it softly. Keep it going. One more. And now we're going to do a combo. So you're going to open the clamshell, extend the leg, and then bring the feet back together and close the clamshell. So open, extend, back together, close. Good. Keep going. We're almost finished. We only have 1 more part after this. We're almost done. So just trying to keep the body in alignment. Focus on the breath. We have 1 more. Extend, bring together, close. Now, straighten the legs. To finish, we bring the top leg forward, point the toes down, and we pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Well done. Oh, that was good. We are going to do a little core work before we flip onto the other side. So let's start with the C curve. So sitting tall, arms are out in front of us. Now we're going to inhale to prepare and exhale. We tuck the tailbone down, so sinking it down, rolling through the spine, keeping the core engaged though, the belly button is still pulled in, lowering down as far as you can. Take a breath in and then exhale, roll back up. Good. We'll do 3 more. So inhale, exhale, roll down imagine that your back is a C. Exhale it back up. Exhale it down. And back up. Last one. Rolling back up. Okay. Now we will do it with our right leg lifted up. So same thing. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll down. Inhale. And exhale, roll up. And again. Keep it going. Exhale down. Back up. Last time. Exhale. Good. And flip it over to the left leg. So we do 4 of these again. Two more. Last one. Lovely. Let's drop the legs. And now we're going to do a couple of teaser modifications. So you go down on your back now. Your legs are bent to begin. And what we're going to do is we're going to, almost like a chest lift, we're going to reach up. Keep the arms in front of you here, like you're reaching with your arms. And you can reach the legs up as well. Okay? And lower down. So you inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach up and extend the legs. And let's do it again. Reach and extend. Maybe you get a bit higher. Maybe you can even start to extend the legs out straight. And lower down. One more like this. So inhale. Exhale, reach. And lower down. Good. Now we do one more. And if you are up for it, we'll do a full teaser. So this is coming from straight down on the mat, the arms and the legs. Now, if you want, you can keep a bend in the knees. Otherwise, you are going to bring the legs up and the arms up in one unit straight. So inhale to prepare. Let's exhale. Reach arms and legs up. Keep the core engaged. Keep looking at the beautiful toes. And lower down. Nice and steady. Good. Well done. Now we'll flip it over to the side lying series again on our right side this time. So working the left leg. So we start on the elbow. Okay, check the alignment with the body. The elbow and hip and shoulder is in one line. And then when you're ready, you inhale. Exhale, lift the leg up and lower it down. And again. Keep it going. Just moving that leg. And the rest of the body is still and stable and strong. And going at your own pace here. 2 more. Last one. And we do those circles. So lift the leg and you can circle it out. And remember not to be kind of swaying the body back and forth here. You're not moving that upper body, just that top leg. Connecting with the breath, engaging the core. Two more circles. And then let's reverse. So now we go the other way. Good. Keep it going. Okay. And now, with that top leg still lifted, you're going to point the toes up and then drop them down. So twisting the thigh in and out. Point down, point up. This is really nice for your pelvic mobility. 2 more. Last one. And drop the leg. You can go all the way down with the arm as well. And keep that left arm now in front of you. Use it for support. We're going to exhale and lift the legs up. Keep it going. Keep the legs stuck together. Squeezing the inner thighs. Exhale it up. 2 more. 1 more. Good. And now from here, we will do the clamshell again. So you bend the knees, keep the knees down, keep the feet up, keeping them together as you move that top knee. So you open and close. Squeezing the glute as you do this. You're doing really well. This is a tough one and it's really strengthening. So you should thank yourself for doing it and take breaks as much as needed. Okay, good. We're almost done. Let's do 1 more like this. And now that combo. So you open, extend the leg, bring the feet together, close the knees. Open, extend, feet together and close. And keep the breath flowing through the body. You're not holding the breath, and keep it steady. So if you can, control it so the speed is still slow. That keeps your nervous system calm and relaxed as well. So slowing down the moves as well if you feel like you're out of breath. 2 more. 1 more. And release. Straighten the legs. And to finish, you bring that top leg forward, point the toes, and pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Woo. Good, good, good. Happy that's over. My glutes are feeling it. Okay, we are almost done, guys. We are going to do a teaser to finish like we did before. So you pick the version now that feels good for you. Maybe you bend the knees, or, you don't come up so much, or whatever it is. You find the level of comfort, yet challenge, that suits you in your body. So we're going to go into our teaser, and then we're going to hold it. And then when we're finished the hold for around 30 seconds, then we're going to lower the body down as slowly as we can. And then that's the finisher. All right. So we have only our cool down then. So we start with the legs straight and the arms straight up overhead. You inhale and then exhale. Let's reach the arms up and the legs as well. And we stay here. Okay, just keep breathing. And the body will probably shake. That's okay. It's normal. Just keep the core engaged, keeping you strong and steady and supported. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's just, as slow as you can, lower the body. I know it's hard after that hold. Trying to spend another 30 seconds almost just lowering down. This part is so much harder. And last bit. Okay, that was 30 seconds. That'll do. Woo. Well done, everyone. When you're ready, we're going to bend the knees. Just take a couple of deep breaths in here again, feeling the expansion through the rib cage. And then you can drop the knees to the right. And slowly bring them back up to the other side. And again. So we really worked a lot here, the glutes, the inner thighs, strengthening the pelvis and the hips, the full back body, and the side body as well. And of course, we had to do our core work. So it was a really challenging but good workout for most of the body. Feeling good now. So well done, and thank yourself for sticking with it. We'll extend one leg and hug the opposite in towards you. And you can open that bent knee out to the side, opening now the hip. Back in. Bring it to the other side. So hug the knee in first. And then open it to the side. Hug it back in. And release. You can slowly come up. Cross the legs. Do a side stretch. So keep the left arm down by the side, reaching the right arm up and over. And let's go the other side. And again. It's really nice if you ever have the opportunity to do your workouts outside, because you can really focus the senses on, the sounds, the smells, even the temperature of the air and the wind hitting your face. So it allows you to really use the practice as a mindful, almost meditative practice as well. And that way you are, balancing the nervous system. You're getting the workout in, moving the body, and you're training your focus and your mind as well. So highly recommend it if you can. I know some of us can't, especially living in Ireland when it always rains, but if there is ever an opportunity. So just to finish, We will take another breath in and reach our arms up. And exhale the arms slowly down by your side. Good. Well done, everybody, again for doing this workout. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope to see you again. Have a lovely day.